Hello guys, we are at the Ashland Cemetery and we are up here to find two young kids. I want to tell you the story of the Ashland tragedy. So let me get started on that and let you all hear what happened here. Alright, here we go. It was a cold, frosty, clear night. Two girls and a brother were playing, singing, and having fun in the evening of December the 23rd, 1881. Little did they know that three townsmen were planning something horrendous. At about 4 a.m. in the morning, the three men broke into the house of the beautiful girls and the very brave boy that only had one leg because of a horrible accident by a town car. The men entered and grabbed both girls and brought them downstairs, where they had their way with them. At some point, the boy came down and tried to save them, to only get an axe to the head, splitting it almost all the way through. Both girls ended up at the wrong end of that axe also. The men poured gas on the bodies and with a cigarette caught the bodies on fire. Then they made a pledge to not say a word to anybody about what had happened. But one man could not keep his mouth shut. The three men had talked about having sex before Christmas and had made a bet. They hung around the bar where they would see the girls and they would whistle and make crude remarks. The girls did not want to have anything to do with them. The first accused by the police was the father. He was out of town and nobody had seen him for weeks. The police finally caught up to him in West Virginia and was proven innocent. John Means, acting mayor at the time, raised $1,000 to start an investigation. Ellis was caught talking about the crime in a hardware store, where he had said some weird and strange things. The police picked him up, and he started to sing. He said he was held by gunpoint, and that Neal and Kraft were the killers, and that he had only started the fire. The trials were set by Judge Brown for January the 16th. The three suspects were taken by marshals to Maysville, Kentucky by riverboat. Time went on and the townsfolk were getting worried that the three men were going to get off. So a mob was formed and they went down to the river and demanded the men. Nobody knows who shot the first shot, but over 1,500 shots were fired. Many women, men, and children were killed and wounded by the soldiers. Two of the prisoners were tried, and they were found guilty and sentenced to hang. But Ellis was up next, and the townsfolk of Ashland thought that he was going to get off for certain reasons. On June the 3rd, 1882, George Ellis was lynched by the locals in an old sycamore tree near the scene of the crime. So let's walk around and see if we can find where they lay to rest. I was noticing here it looked like the bodies had been removed or something. But my dad, I told him about that, and he said they may have added dirt. I had a really hard time finding them. But actually, it's pretty easy because the city of Ashland has put 2 new markers on them. So you'll see that here in a minute. There's another grave. It looks like it's been dug up. But I guess it just has new grass on it, or new dirt. I was going to cut a lot of this out, but I just wanted to leave it. I thought maybe somebody might want to see this part of the graveyard. I sure went all over it. I think every step of Section 5. Like I said, it's pretty easy to find Robert and Fanny. It's well marked. Trail off. That's beautiful. And here we are, guys. This is the grave of Robert and Fanny Gibson. This must have been their father. He died in 1939. So yeah, I finally found him. Go up, up, up. There you go. There they are, guys. There's Robert Gibbons. And Fanny Gibbons. The weather's almost erased the names off of their tombstone. The city of Ashland put those new tombstones up for them. Which is nice, but it kind of takes away from the old feeling. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But it is a very popular story, so a lot of people come up and visit Robert and Fanny. Now, I have no idea where Emma Thomas is. I don't know where she's buried. I've done quite a bit of research. She may have been cremated. I'm not for sure. So, let's just take another walk and walk on around the cemetery. I'm going to walk around to. I'm looking for a monument. Monument. I'm looking for a tomb that we all, as a kid, said a witch was there. Which I don't know how much truth's in that. I think it was just a kid tale. But we was convinced all through, well, all I can remember in my childhood. And we was so scared. But that's where we'll head to now. And yes, it does. It takes me a couple minutes to find it too, guys. I'm rather confused here. I thought the graveyard was the grave I'm looking for was right in this area. It had been about 20 years since I was up here in this graveyard. And there it is, guys. That's what all of us kids were so scared of. We thought for sure an old wicked witch was buried there. For all I know, it could have been a very nice lady. That's Mrs. Watt. So now, guys, we're going to get ready, and I'm going to go down and show you where these horrible murders took place. Okay, guys, so here we are. We're close to where this all happened at. Now, Emma, like I said, I wish I could have showed you her grave. I'm going to have to do more research. She may have been cremated. I'm not for sure. She is really not mentioned where she's buried, which is kind of odd. But she was good friends, and she lived right across the street from the Gibbons, from the other two. So, yeah, Franny and Robert. So now the house was on 28th Street in Carter, right on the corner. So we'll walk there right now. That big old two-story sets on the land that it happened at. And that's where my friend Danny used to live. The house has been remodeled a few times since back in the 90s. So I'm not 100% sure. So we'll go to both plots. But I really convinced this is it just by the stories that Danny told me. I'll go where our bus stop used to be. It used to be right there on the corner where that manhole is. So yes, this is the yard to this house. And right here was our bus stop. So we're at the corner of 28th and Carter. So it was either that piece of land or this plot. It was one of them. And I'm betting it was that one over there. Like I say, I really need to go to the library and find out some more stuff. But I'm pretty for sure that was the house. Because I can remember what was said here. This used to be some kind of old store. And it had just been torn down the last few years. And that's the reason why I believe it's over there. I've lived here my whole entire life. And I've seen so many things change here. This old house here, it's been boarded up for the last 20 years. Actually, I thought it was torn down too, but it's not. It's still here. I've lived here all my life. I've never saw anybody live here. But let's walk over to where the hanging tree used to be. Now, they hung a lot of people over here. It's all changed now. This is the city waterworks now. They really expanded about 10 years ago. All this back here is new. But the hanging tree, used to see that tree right there. That's not it. But right here in this area where that dumpster is, it was right in here was the hanging tree. A big old sycamore. And it finally, if I ain't mistaken, lightning hit it and knocked it out. But yep, about right here. And there used to be a mound. So, it's just crazy to think with, it in 2023 that there was a day right here in the middle of my town was a tree that they hung many people. And the city folk came out and watched it. They came out like they went to a movie or something. Yes, guys, right there in here. So that's about all I have on it. It gives me cold chills. I don't know what. I know a lot more cases, but this one really, I don't know what it is about it. It gives me this weird, this feeling, you know. Alright guys, well I hope y'all like this video. I know it's a little bit different from my norm, but I like doing different things. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Redneck Ways. Bye guys.